Hello there. This session will cover how young entrepreneurs from East Africa can benefit from using Mdix. My name is Daniela Field, and I'm a Technical Sales Enablement Manager at Mdix. Just a little bit of background information on me. I'm an MIT graduate in mathematics with computer science, and I have over a decade of industry experience building technical solutions. I spent my first 5 years or so at Mdix building over 35 applications in education, insurance, logistics, and healthcare. Then I became a faculty technology advisor to professors, where I collaborated with professors in publishing research papers, gave multiple guest lectures, and then also enabled professors into the Mdix platform. So in the agenda for today, we're going to do a Mdix company overview so you understand what we do as a company. I'll give you a couple of examples of what our customers at Mdix do. Then I'll actually do a deeper dive into the application and the platform technology. I'll also talk to you a little bit about what the application lifecycle is and how that is managed in the Mdix platform. And I'll also show you some hands-on components on how to build an application from scratch. So Mdix got started with the idea of bringing business and IT together to better collaborate. The platform allows business and IT professionals to create applications at least 10 times faster than before. In addition to that, we are recognized as the leading solution. So we are a low-code app development platform and allows you to build multi-experience applications quickly and easily. When I try to explain the Mdix platform, I think of it as another layer of abstraction in coding. The other unique thing about the Mdix platform is that we actually support the entire application lifecycle. So we support the capturing of the requirements, the planning of those requirements into development. The platform itself allows you to develop using a visual representation. And then, of course, we have automated deployment and the ability for you to actually review and optimize the application experience. We are, as I mentioned before, recognized as the leader by analysts like Forrester and Gartner. So when I talk about applications, what does that mean? Well, we've been able to bucket applications into four buckets. One is legacy migration apps. If a customer has a ton of legacy migration applications built like Lotus Notes, Access Excel, or unique core systems, and they need extensions or even replacements, we have had customers who have built Mdix applications to extend or even replace some of those core systems. Operational efficiency applications, removing tons of pen and paper, increasing workflow and case management capabilities, creating interdepartmental applications, or any kind of application to make the experience better and more efficient. Customer engagement applications, so these are, think of portals. So for example, if you are a bank, you have to have a portal to reach your customers. So that would be an example of a customer engagement application. And then, of course, we are on the leading edge of innovation, and we have customers who have built applications rapidly and brought them to market and made profits. So we've had customers who have built new products and released new channels of revenue. And we keep up to date with the latest technology, and we have a ton of connectors and other capabilities with AI and IoT and much more. These are a list of some of our customers, just to give you an example. So the other thing I want to highlight is that we have a Mdix University program. So if you're part of a university or school, we encourage for you to use your university email so you can get free curriculum, free certification with Mdix, and be part of our ever-growing and expanding university ecosystem. We have to date more than 150 schools and over 200 professors who are using Mdix in their curriculum and expanding their knowledge. So how can young entrepreneurs from East Africa benefit from using Mdix? First of all, we offer our tool for free for anyone to build and use our tool. One of the advantages is that you can quickly iterate the development of an application. So you can quickly prototype or make changes and see what you're building and how it's going to look and what the experience will be like. In addition to that, we also offer a free sandbox deployment environment. So what that means is that just because you build your application quickly, you can actually also deploy it into a sandbox environment that's free. So to iterate, you can develop your application very quickly and then deploy it so that you can actually share it for other people and be able to showcase what you have built. And also test if your idea is something that's going to kick off or not. So how do you actually build the application? So we have a collaboration environment, which manages the process of building applications. And then we have two development environments. So we have Mdix Studio and Mdix Studio Pro. Mdix Studio is basically considered no code because you're not doing any kind of code. You're simply dragging and dropping all the features and functionalities. And the unique thing about Mdix Studio is that it's all browser-based. So that means you do not need to download anything or do any changes to your laptop. Mdix Studio Pro, on the other hand, it's a fully integrated IDE, and it allows you to basically build more complex logic. It allows you to do sophisticated integrations, build extensions and integrations, and so on. Both of these are free for you to use and develop applications at your leisure. The other thing I want to highlight is that when you create a Mdix project, you have the whole application lifecycle encapsulated in it. You have the tools to collaborate. So if you have multiple people that you're working on a project with, you can invite them to your project and they can see the progress as you're developing it. And then, of course, there's the free sandbox environment that allows you to deploy your application for free. So for today, I'm going to highlight the collaboration and development process. So here's an example of what low code means. When you're building an application, you have to think about your data model or the data and the information that you need to store. You need to think about the user interface, what the front end will look like and how the users will interact with it. And then you also have to implement some sort of logic and tie it all together through the navigation. So in Mdix, the data model can be built through the domain model. The user interface, it's simply just pages made out of layouts. And then the business logic is microflows. And all of it is tied together through the navigation and interacting with each other. One thing that you're noticing here is that, again, it's all visual development. You don't have to write any kind of code, which makes it very easy to quickly iterate and then, of course, to quickly make changes and see if your idea will work. So how can you get help or learn more? We have learn.mdix.com and also developers.mdix.com. We have a ton of resources available for you to learn the platform and understand it better. In addition, we also have documentation and other components. So let's jump into the demo. So how do you take full advantage of the Mdix platform? First of all, go to mdix.com. And once you're there, you simply have to click on the Start for Free button. And all you have to do is just enter your first name, last name, and then use a university email ID, or a company email domain. And then once you enter a password, you just click agree and then go to the next steps in the onboarding process. And once you are actually accepted into the Mdix, once you're onboarded into Mdix, you'll be brought into our developer portal, and you can quickly start to build an application by clicking the Create App button. And there's different starting points for creating an application. One is starting from scratch, meaning that there's nothing there. So there's just simply a blank canvas or a template ready for you to build the application that you'd like. You can also build an application from a spreadsheet. So if you have a spreadsheet that you'd like to turn into an application, you simply select this template and it will upload your Excel sheet and turn it into an application. And then of course there is a ton of other templates that allow you to give you an experience and understanding of what possible applications there are that you could build with Mdix. If you're interested in learning more and gaining more hands-on experience, you can simply go to learn.mdix.com, and we have a ton of learning paths that go into the basics and then into certified rapid developer paths, such as become a rapid developer and crash courses. And then of course we have a ton of other more complex and more advanced topics that you can explore and do at your own leisure. In addition, we have a forum where you can ask questions and get help from people within our community. With that being said, I want to show you what an example of an application. So here is an example of a banking application built on Mdix. The other unique thing about the platform is that you could build applications that are desktop, tablet, or mobile. And you can see exactly what that experience looks like. So you can build native mobile applications or even progressive web applications, which allows you for full capability and usability of the platform. So here's what this application looks like live. So you can, again, it's just a simple example of a banking application. You can look at billing, for example, go into a bill and see if you paid it or not. You can go and look for branches. So how many branches does your company or your bank has? So it allows you to have interactive maps and other abilities. And you can even go ahead and rate the application, the bank. So this is an example of a customer engagement application that you can use at your own, that you can build at your own pace. I hope you enjoyed this demo, and if you have any questions, I'm looking forward to answer them now.